furious after they see how liberal teacher mentions Trump on sick quiz. When parents discovered one of the answers to a quiz mentioning President Donald Trump, they became outraged. The incident is another example of how radically liberal educators are trying to turn students against conservative leadership and values. When you see the quiz question and answer, you'll be disgusted by the obvious indoctrination taking place in American schools. It's no big secret that most teachers in our education system are liberal. With teacher unions commanding such power over our schools and universities, teachers are all but forced to back their toxic, liberal agenda. This is a problem affecting all levels of education from preschool to college. Despite this, it's still shocking to learn the depths they'll go to attack conservatives, especially our president. That's just what one father learned when his child came home with a quiz, where one of the answers was about shooting the president. With each passing day, educational institutions are growing more hostile towards President Trump. Parents were outraged after a Jackson Hole High School English teacher assigned a quiz with an answer about shooting the commander-in-chief. The question was: Napoleon has the gun fired for a new occasion. What is a new occasion? The very first choice was he was shooting at Trump. According to Jackson Hole News and Guide, Jim McCollum was shocked to learn his son's test had this as one of the options. One of the answers a Jackson Hole High School English teacher gave her students on a multiple-choice quiz Thursday was A. He was shooting at Trump. Jim McCollum was surprised when his son Riley McCollum, a junior, came home and showed him a screenshot of the online test. "I had to read it 2 times, McCollum said. I was like, are you kidding me?" McCollum, a self-described conservative who voted for President Donald Trump, said that while he cringes at some of the things he says, the question was completely out of line. "It's about respect for the office more than anything," he said. "That's enough of this. No way." Keep in mind, this wasn't some college or university, where we often hear about wildly liberal staff and teachers. This was a high school in a small community, not much different than most in the country. The teacher and test writer had no problem casually putting this kind of content in a test seen by impressionable students. This is nothing new for the left, who have been trying to create a climate of violence against conservatives ever since the election. The moment Trump was elected, they organized angry protests, challenging the results of our democratic process. Since then, it's only gotten worse, with acts of violence against Americans celebrating free speech and supporting our president. We've even seen evil men like James Hodgkinson open fire on conservatives, driven to it by reckless comments from the left. What did the test writers think when they put that into the test? How could a teacher see that and think it was okay? In the past, the office of the presidency was held in high regard by Americans. Even if you didn't agree with the politics of the president, you still respected the office and responsibilities he carried. Today, liberals have so much hate for Trump and his supporters, even the gun-hating left doesn't mind fantasizing about shooting him. They even put it into a test so that many students can think it is an okay idea to have. Ironically, if a gun was mentioned on a test in any other way, they'd be livid. What's more, imagine if someone did this during Obama's presidency. There would be outrage across the media. The test writer and teacher would be ostracized, never to work again. But, when it's a Republican, it's all but ignored. According to CBS, the school district quickly removed the test online and are making apologies. But, that doesn't explain how the question got approved in the first place. It's a shame we always have to fight just to get a reasonable response. Do you think the left will ever calm down?